Guys, give it up for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Thank you.
Also from Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Mutant Mayhem, but now you guys are our turtles. You guys have established yourselves as our turtles.
Yes.
Right? You know how people say like not my president?
Yeah.
You guys are our
We
turtles.
are the turtles. The
You guys
people
are
have
our
elected
turtles.
us.
Yes. Man, like I mean, can you first of all, would you mind introducing yourselves and telling us which turtle you play?
Yeah. Hi, I am Shaman Brown Jr. and I play Mikey.
I'm Mike Abbey, and I play Donatello.
I'm Nicholas Cantu, and I play Leonardo.
And I'm Brady Newton, and I play Raphael.
Awesome. You guys have to be on like such a whirlwind right now because that Mutant Mayhem only came out a year ago, and you guys are already here with a whole new TV series.
Yeah.
I mean, did one thing bleed right into the next? Like, what is this journey been like for you guys?
Yeah, we had got picked up for 2 seasons of our, the Tales of the TMNT and the sequel like a week before, the movie dropped, which was amazing and a blessing. And, we pretty much started working on the Turtles semi in between finishing up the movie, but, definitely after the actor strike and stuff, because, that messed a lot of stuff up. But it's been a fun ride for sure.
How would you guys describe how this series relates to Mutant Mayhem? Is it a spin-off? Is it a sequel? How do you guys describe it?
I would say it's kind of its own beast. It's completely different from any other variation that we've seen of the Turtles. We now have the Turtles living coincide with the humans, and it takes place after the first movie. So I mean, now you get to see this new style of art as well. It's different from the first, and every turtle, we're now split up. We are no longer a group. So that's kind of the first time we've seen the turtles not together, and everyone has their own tale to tell, and everyone goes on their own wild adventure and journey, and
Can you guys like each tease your arc a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I could start. I will say with our show, the format kind of has this one inciting incident that splits us up. And from there, I would say Leo gets caught up with a crazy robot and is the only one to make it to a costume party that everybody wanted to go to.
Yeah, that's kind of we start off the same way. Donnie kind of starts off doing his tech thing as he's also battling a robot, kind of figuring it out on his own, for the first time without his brothers, and kind of finding that patience and that and trying to adapt to his situation. So yeah.
Yeah, Mikey gets split up from his brothers in a crazy way, and in my episode that I get paired up with Pete Davidson, who plays Rod, which was a crazy team up. Mikey basically has to go through a journey of series of events that I won't spoil anything, but it ends with a mutant pigeon being created, and he's on a journey back to finding his brothers.
Yeah, Raphael slips and falls and ends up in some mess. He is entangled with some gangs in New York, and he's got to figure his way out of that one. So yeah, quite the lore for Raph.
When you guys first went out for these roles, were you going for specific roles, or were they sort of saying like come audition and then sort of how your voice best fits this character we're going to match? How did that process work?
Yeah, I think it was a little different for all of us. I know for me, I had initially auditioned for Donatello, and then they were like, yeah, maybe we'll send you with Mikey, and so they had me do Mikey. And looking back, I'm looking at Shaman's character and how he changed it and looked and how he did it from his perspective. I'm so happy that he got the role and I didn't, because he killed it. But then they were like, you know what, bring you back for Donnie. And I know Nick initially was in for Donatello for the chemistry read, and I was sitting there, and this kid's like talking up a storm. Nah, I'm joking. But he was making everyone laugh, and I was like, oh no, dude, this guy's gonna cook me. Like, this guy's literally gonna beat me. And I was like, I'm done. And they're like, you know what, we'll have you read for Leonardo. And I was like, oh, let's go. That's one down. Thank God. So yeah, I was pretty happy about that.
One of my favorite fun facts from Mutant Mayhem was what Seth and Evan did with you guys in the vocal booth. The fact that they just had you just riffing, that you were allowed to go off script, which is like crazy to hear about an animated movie, considering how difficult it is to animate and to have to sort of recalibrate when actors go off script. Did you guys were you given that sort of similar freedom on Tales?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were all given a lot of creative freedom, and especially now more than before. I think for me, I mean, after we did the first movie, I mean, they at first really didn't know what to expect, and then when we started doing our thing and going off book and just being teenagers, they really liked that. So they were like, let's bring that same energy into this show, and let's make sure that this stays, because this is what sets us apart from any other variation. I think it's the fact that we have that creative freedom and the ability to have our writers and showrunners just trust us and trust that we know this generation, we know what's funny, and yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are off in.
Yeah, you killed that.
Was there anything that you guys said in improving and riffing that made it into the movie that you're like, I can't believe that made it, or the TV show?
I think all of my voice cracks. All of my voice cracks. I think surprised how many of those made it in.
I remember one moment from the movie. We were all about to get milked in this giant machine, and I think in one of the takes, I was like, "Well, Donnie was talking about how he likes BTS, and I was like, maybe we should sing a song just to like comfort him." And then I saw the movie, and that made it in, and that was pretty funny.
Yeah, the whole bacon, egg, and cheese bit was not in the movie at all. It was because I remember reading that before coming into the studio, and I was like, yeah, this is a cool line, but this isn't like what I see as a New Yorker. So I was like, I'm going to say this because Nick and Brady and Shimon always say some random stuff, so I'm just going to rip it in. Who knows if it sticks to the wall, right? Yeah, and so I just was like, oh, yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese, like Puffer and Tim's. And they were like, yes.
More of that, please.
Yeah.
I was joking we had Christopher and Alan in here, and we were saying like, you guys must have like Urban Dictionary or like the bookmarks to just like make sure everything is like suitable for your audiences.
Yeah, because the kids these days, they just keep coming up with new slang, so it's kind of hard.
darndest things.
There will be words that my daughters use, and they like don't want me to know what it means.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, what does that mean? They're like,
They gatekeep the words from you.
You can't know. Speaking of being old, the soundtrack to Mutant Mayhem was like
Point at me, Michael.
90s hip hop, like the stuff I grew up on. It was my speed. Were you guys fans of that music to begin with, or did that experience, did hearing that soundtrack make you more?
I
fans?
think that some songs I was familiar with, but like in a movie, we definitely got to hear like it longer than just like a little trending clip. So it definitely opened my eyes personally to some more, old music.
Yeah, I think when we found out they were working with Ice Cube, I think we all kind of opened up our playlists and we're like, okay, maybe we should go back in time a little bit and learn some of the 90s hip hop. So, yeah.
Yeah, my mom's always bumped like old music in the car, and 94.7 The Wave, like just keep it on, or just
Yacht Rock Radio.
Yeah. So I was knowledge.
Yeah.
I was knowledgeable about.
That, I mean, the cast of that film especially was so stacked. Like, who on that cast that you guys got to meet did you just like completely geek out over?
Dude, it was
Mike Abbey.
I don't know if you've ever met Brady Noon. Great guy. They say never meet
is
your
it?
hero,
This is
but
it?
this was my
This
hero,
is
and
it?
I was like, wow.
This is it.
No, Ice Cube is awesome.
I was gonna
guy.
say Ice
Ice
Cube.
Cube.
Ice Cube is pretty
Yeah.
sick.
It's Ice
And
Cube.
Io, very talented.
For sure.
Yeah.
Working with Seth too. I mean, and we worked so close hand with him, like so often on that movie. So we definitely formed our own little bond with him. So
Yeah,
he's
that
kind
was
of in his
sick.
own separate category.
Yeah, and now you got Pete Davidson. Have you guys gotten to meet him yet?
Nah, not
Yeah,
yet.
Not yet.
No.
Have you?
I have.
Wow.
Lucky
your boy?
you. Lucky you.
No.
Oh,
I've interviewed him. I want to go that far.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a 12-episode event. You got this coming, and then you guys also have a sequel to,
Yes.
to the movie coming.
Yeah.
Have you gotten any intel on what that's going to look like yet?
Not much.
Yeah.
Not much, but it's coming, and it's exciting.
Yeah.
And if you saw what was at the end of Mutant Mayhem, like,
Yep.
buckle up, boys.
Yeah.
It's gonna
it's
be
a long lore.
We're just as excited as everyone else.
Oh yeah, it's going to kick all kinds of asses in there.
100%.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Thank
guys,
you.
thanks for being here. Guys, give it
Thank
up
you
once
for
again
having
for the
us.
Teenage
Hey,
Mutant
thank you
Ninja
so much.
Turtles.
Thank you. Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Beautiful audience.